Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series as I randomly aim at the ceiling. So, consensus on the last episode seems to be that, well, a couple of things. Number one, the shot, the kill shot on the wolf that I was really expecting to knock the wolf down as it was about to charge me, might have actually grazed the top of its skull, which is a thing that's kind of irked me in the past because it's like, how much would a charging wolf actually avoid a hit like that? But okay, I get it. From the game system's point of view, it wasn't a dead-on, true, quote-unquote kill shot. So that's number one. Number two, and multiple commenters have talked to me about this, the pry bar doesn't seem to work as advertised. When I say as advertised, obviously I'm getting most of my know-how on how the weapon system works. A few people have even asked me, like, why are you using a pry bar? Use a hatchet or use a knife. Or, they'll just outright ask from a genuine lack of understanding, like, why are you picking a pry bar right now? And the reason is the pry bar and the hammer are supposed to be scare type weapons that are deliberately different from a design point of view, from the developer's point of view, when it comes to ending struggles more quickly. And each time that I've used the pry bar, it's because I specifically want the struggle to be over soon. So that's why I use it. And so the pry bar and hammer are supposed to have similar effects, but it seems that the pry bar actually doesn't do that good of a job, does it? It's just not as good as the other, as the other options may be. I've used the hammer and it seems fine. So we need the heavy hammer is what it comes down to. But that's the situation that we find ourselves in. So I appreciate the comments and the feedback. I am now going to go out hunting for the dead wolves. Because I did injure both wolves. They should be somewhere around here dead. And as long as I don't spend too much time lollygagging, I should be able to find them. So we'll see. But I want to first pay a visit to this one and make sure that I've gotten everything I can off it. Because I think this is one that I've already partially harvested, if I am not mistaken. So it's a frozen wolf carcass. Game's going to take a second to load. And while it's doing that... Come on, game. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we've got the hide and... Do I have a hacks on me? Yes, I do. 54 minutes right now. That's a lot of time. But I'm going to go for it and see. I'll keep a close eye on my cold meter here. Alright, seems like we're in good shape. Alright, got a lot of meat on us. Got quite a stink on us. Or as some might say in my part of the United States, they got quite a stank on it. I'm an imbecile. Alright, so I'm going to go back here and drop off the meat in nature's freezer, so to speak, so we don't have quite such a stink on us. And then see what else we can do as far as finding these other wolves. It actually seems like the temperature's pretty good. We're at 40 degrees right now. I think I repaired most of my clothing up in the last episode. And to those of you who have been pointing out to me, hey, don't repair stuff if it's like 90% or higher, I typically follow that rule, and you know that, but... certain clothing items that are really, really good, like the Expedition Parka, for instance, if you do a 90 to 100% repair, that's actually a bit of a temperature difference. That's actually there are noticeable changes, in your your gear or in your warmth from even doing a 10% repair. So that's my motivation there. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that wolf meat is not in great condition. Let's have a quick look. I have 4% chance of intestinal parasites, so I probably shouldn't eat any more wolf meat. Let me make sure I dropped the rest of the stuff I was carrying, too, before I go anywhere else. Okay. Yeah, you need a repair, but I don't have materials for you. Cloth and cured leather. I think I have a bunch of cloth and cured leather back at the Quonset, but I don't have any with me here. Did I see an 80% there? No, that was the 80 from the boots. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, let's take a quick peek. No, not that. I need that screen. Thank you. Hey, I have 2 can openers on me. Drop. Anything else? Sort by weight. Let's take one last look before I go out trekking. So we have places to go. Well, not really. We need to go corpse hunting first, but you know what I mean. That's almost a pound worth of those. I need to cook those at some point soon-ish. But I can hold off for now. Yeah, I think we're in good shape, burden-wise. We're over 10 pounds under encumbered at the moment. And actually, I could probably, before I leave, I should probably light a fire quickly. Do I not have wood sitting anywhere? Really? Did I use all my firewood at some point, or am I still carrying all of it somehow? No, I've got 5 sticks. Well, I'll use those then. I'm not going to use accelerant for this. That would be silly. So let's... First of all, let's take the charcoal here. Oh, wow. 8 charcoal. Wasn't expecting that many. I'll have to put some of those down. But yeah, 70% chance. I guess I'll take it. It's not that bad. Just going to pile a few sticks on this fire. Enough to boil, you know, a little bit more water. To where if I get stuck anywhere, I'm not up the creek. Oh wow, that's not actually giving me as much time as I thought it would. So I'm not going to be able to melt as much water. Or maybe I will. We'll see how this goes. Nope, nope. Or melt as much snow, rather, into water. You know what I meant.
Man, I could use a drink.
Jennifer, are you... Okay. Are you paying attention? Good Lord. I feel like certain lines should be prohibited in the code when certain actions are being undertaken for that exact reason. You could use a drink, huh? Well, that's why I'm literally boiling water right now to make it potable. Okay. So now let's go out and have some fun. Let's also check our intestinal parasite risk real quick. 4%? Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. Off we go. Now, I have no idea where these wolves are. I just assume they'll be somewhat close. So my first spot that I'm going to go is actually at the top of this hill here, because it's a nice high spot. And I might be able to see where one of them ran off and died. It's just a matter of kind of getting up on the high ground nearby. Might even try and get up there, if I can. That would be nice. And by the way, just for those of you wondering, yes, I know I don't need the wolfskin. I've got the expedition parka at this point. We've had some conversation in the comments about how the wolfskin coat is actually still not quite as good as the expedition parka, so that's good to know. I figure since we've got so many wolfskin items, since we've got so much wolfskin, like, and we're getting the meat from the wolves, we may as well, you know, just bring the hides home too. You know, and do something with them, you know? So I guess I'm just saying, where some might ask why, I'm just asking, well, why not? So, let's see. Anything? What's that down there? Is that a crow feather? Oh, they're stones. Okay. Is that a wolf or is that a rock? That's a rock. Alright, let's look over here really quickly. Still going to try and use the high ground. Alright, so it might be... I don't know how possible it's going to be to find these wolves. So I'm not going to spend much longer looking for them. It's not the end of the world if I don't find them. I was just very frustrated with that last episode for reasons that should be obvious. Wasted bullets... Not as many dead wolves as I wanted. Wolves not dying when they're supposed to. Etc., so on and so forth. Oh, you know, one place I can go really quickly, I think. Since I've got all this gear on, and it's pretty safe at the moment. Did I drink, by the way? Yes, I did. Alright, so let's go up to this high ground and spend one more second looking for this wolf. And then there is a location that I think I can get to if I follow this river down a ways. I might be wrong. I might be very wrong. But the point is, I've got enough gear on to take the risk. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I do not see any wolf carcasses. Yeah, they ran off and died alone in some secluded corner of the wilderness. So yeah, I'm not going to take an entire episode looking for phantom wolf carcasses. That could very well have disappeared. Did I just see a snowflake start to form? Did I? Did I? Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay, so yeah, I said I was going to go down this river. Hey, there's a wolf right there that I'm not going to try to kill. Bunny. We're going to go this way. Pretty well rested at the moment. Don't have a bedroll with me, because I honestly anticipate finding another one somewhere. But I will have to keep that in mind, given that it's almost nightfall. Generally not a good idea to do what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Talking about... Actually, believe it or not, I'm talking about going out without a bedroll, not jumping haphazardly down a cliff. This you have to be careful with, too. Okay, let's go down here and see if I was right about this creek. Feels like 36 degrees, so we're not that far above freezing. But as long as we're above freezing, we don't have to worry about getting cold. That is a wolf. Okay. Good to know. Interesting, I was not expecting this fork. So that goes back that way, this goes back... Ooh. I wasn't expecting this at all. But okay, let's go exploring. Why not? I've never actually followed this... I've never done this. I've never followed this this ice in this way. So there's no threat of falling through the ice if you don't actually hear cracking or see the weak ice indicator. And typically this part of the ice, of this river in Pleasant Valley, there's no weak ice here yet. They might add it in the future, but as of July 2017, it's not. There's nothing there. I think this is the way back to the spot I was thinking of. And there is a reason I'm going to this specific spot. I'm not just saying, hey, let me just randomly go to a place that I think might be cool. This is a location that I haven't been to in any Against All Odds series that I can remember. I think I may have been here in an Interloper run at some point. I can't recall, but I know I definitely found it in an offline run. I would like to return to it. Pretty hungry. Hang on. Sardines, which I should never eat, and yet I'm eating anyway. Cattail stock? Sure. Let's eat that too. Just to keep our calories well above the starvation mark. A couple more. There's the barn right there. So we're close to the barn. So we are somewhat close to shelter right now. Where we're going to be a little bit farther away from shelter. But I'm kind of hoping for some interesting finds where I'm going. And perhaps in a different class, based on what I've found there in the past, in a different class of find from what we've found in the series so far. You'll know more of what I mean when we get there. Also, this is just a good chance to go cattail hunting, if nothing else. Now, there is a bear that patrols these woods that we're looking at right here, so I'll need to be careful. And actually, speaking of these woods, if I can get up on high ground in a second, I'm going to, because there is a location in this area that I haven't explored yet, and that I haven't been to very often in YouTube Long Dark content, but there are searchable homes back here. And since we're playing Stalker difficulty, there's a... Is that the bear? Yep. Right there. Since we're playing Stalker difficulty, there's a lesser chance that they'll be burned out, and that is the bridge I was looking for. Excellent. All right, so we're headed the right way in more ways than one. So let me take a brief detour and see if I can spot those huts. I don't remember exactly where they are because I haven't been to them as... Ooh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, there we go. I haven't been to them as often. There they are. Are they burned out? Yeah, they're both burned out, I think. Yeah, there might still be a body there that has interesting things, so... Oh, crap. This is a lot higher than I thought it was. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Hang on. My bad. I just got us into a bit of a conundrum. Can I maybe... Okay, there we go. Oh, boy. Okay. I really... That very rarely happens in the Long Dark, but I misjudged that height badly. A little bit too excited to get down, I guess. So we've got some more cattails here. Let me go ahead and grab these since we don't have a ton of food on us. It'll be good to have these to keep ourselves topped off. For a second, it feels like we're playing Interloper, right? Except we have a gun. This never happens, gathering this many cattails while I've got a rifle out. Right, there's that. And okay, let's go ahead and step up here. There's that direction. Where's the bear? I hate when I can't see him. I know he's here. There's a deer. Okay. We do need to kill deer as well, but I don't want to hunt deer this far away from the lodge. Alright, so unfortunately these are burned out, but there is a body, and that's what I was here to check. So we'll pick up a couple of feathers. Ragged hoodie. Well, I guess that'll give us some cloth, but not much else. Metal container. Decent climbing socks. Okay, I can't remember how good climbing socks are compared to sports socks, so we'll have to take a look at that momentarily. But before I do that, that's a door. I've never seen a door in a burned out house before. That's interesting. Alright, so let's go back here. We are losing daylight, and by losing daylight, we are also losing temperature. So we got to be careful. We can't be out here much longer, but the weather still seems pretty good. I don't even see a snowflake on the air yet, so we should have a moment to get back to where I was trying to get a moment ago. Because I think we're pretty close at this point if memory serves. If memory doesn't serve, we're in trouble. But hey. It wouldn't be an Against All Odds series if I didn't occasionally just go and do something somewhat stupid. And or incredibly stupid. Okay, that's a waterfall that I was expecting to see. That's good. Alright, so where's that bridge? I know I saw it. What in the world? Oh, wait. There might be a fork back here that I missed. Oh, man. I'm glad I didn't keep going that direction. Yeah, there's a fork. Here we go. So the bridge should be in this direction. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are now where I want to be. Need to go a little farther. Like I said, haven't been back here that often, but there's some more cattails. We'll grab these while we're here. I had someone ask me, you know, how are you picking up both of those items, you know, at once? I just double click. You know, when you're harvesting the cattail, you just click twice instead of clicking once. This clicking once brings up the next screen, so just double click and they both go into your inventory really fast. That's all it takes. Okay, is this it? This is where I thought I would be going, but this does not look like what I remember. Again, it may just be that I haven't been back here very often, but yeah, this doesn't look at all like what I was trying to get to. That's not good. Well, maybe if I go a little bit farther this way, I'll find what I'm talking about. Pretty sunset. 32. Okay, so we're going to start dropping in condition soon-ish. Hey, reishi mushrooms. May as well. Everything for cooking skill, right? Just try and get that skill up as high as we can. That's one of the reasons you do want to try and harvest things when you see them. As long as you're not encumbered, why not, right? Alright, so let's go this way. I really... There's more reishi mushrooms. Man, see what I just said, but I don't want to go... Okay, fine. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I literally just said this. And now let me not ignore these two. Wish I could have found this many reishi mushrooms in this small of an area in a certain other series I played recently, especially early on. That would have been nice. Okay, now we're encumbered. Okay, now, so that's not the waterfall I was looking for, but I am looking for a waterfall. Now I just don't quite know where it is. So maybe I just still need to follow this river back. Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. Oh, thanks, game. Let's play the music that implies things are about to get scary. Just to make everyone worry needlessly. Or maybe not needlessly. Right, so there's the woods we need to go through to get back to the barn. Really can't be out for too much longer. I'm just hoping to find my destination before any more time passes. This isn't typically the kind of trek you want to go out on right at dusk.
Feels like night is coming.
Really? I had no idea. Thanks, Jennifer. There's probably more cattails along the river too, but I'm staying up here just because I kind of want to spot for wildlife, telling you the truth. Because I would hate for, like, to be walking back this way and not see a threat coming. Those crows are normal crows, not bear crows. If you can hear them and you're worried. Really pretty sunset. Oh, interesting. Ah! I wasn't expecting to find this. What is this? What is this? Alright, so they're circling. That means there's a body in here. Let's see what we find. Derelict cabins. Hey, dead guy. Hey, painkillers. Hey, tinder plug. Nice. And there is... Oh, nice. Those are pork and beans? Yeah, they're pork and beans. Very nice. There's that. Excellent. Alright, let's step back here really quickly because we are now actually close to where I was trying to get. Very close, in fact. I can even hear the waterfall, I think. Maybe. Yeah, we're close. Alright, so there's... Yeah, this is right. Okay. We're gonna head back this direction. Now, I can't hear the waterfall yet. I was tricking myself, but... Actually, to tell you the truth, we're still not exactly where I thought we would be, but we might be... Actually, we might be really close. Hang on. I know I sound like a broken record, but I have not been back here very often, so it's not an area that I know as well. There's still some stretching in the skybox right now in the current version of the Lawn Dark. That didn't used to happen, but it's happening right now. Oh. What in the hell? No, we are not. We're not where I thought we were. Well, crap. I'm going to have to figure it out next episode then, like as far as like where I actually want to be. We're at the top of the road, which isn't the worst thing, because now we can get back to shelter, but... lets us search these this vehicle as well, because we haven't been up this far. And Lindy, be careful, because I think there is a wolf near the cabins as we go back that direction. But let's see what's in this car anyway. So, I mean, just so as not to, go an entire episode without actually tell you where I was trying to go, there's a campsite and a cave. I'm not going to tell you what I found in the cave last time, because that would be a fun surprise. But, like, I found some pretty good stuff in there before. And it's kind of hidden back in the area I was trying to search there, if you follow the river. And following the river didn't work. So I'm going to have to keep playing around with that in future episodes with more daylight to kind of spare. But the good news is we still got some more of the back area of Pleasant Valley explored. We accomplished more of that. And speaking of that, I still have not done a lot of mapping, have I? What does my map look like right now? Let's use this.
Oh, I could eat a horse.
I know. Let's actually go ahead. Speaking of eating a horse, why don't we go ahead and eat these pork and beans? Because they're pretty heavy. Eating these will lighten our load a bit. Excellent. Okay, now it's getting...
Place to rest.
Whoa there, what's that? That's a deer, isn't it? I just saw the shape in the road and I was like, what's happening? He's walking right toward me. Yeah, there you go. So it seems like might actually have a pretty nice night coming. I'm seeing some nice light on the snow. This is one of my favorite parts of the Lawn Dark, is being out here when it's this calm at night. And this bright. I mean, obviously it's not completely night yet, but still, you can tell from the light on the snow that it's not going to be particularly gloomy yet. I'm encumbered too, so if I run into a wolf, it's going to be a little bit dicey, but I really just need to get into shelter, which is pretty close. If you don't have any bearings on where we are, we're back where we came into the zone. Which is why I was a little bit annoyed when I saw the road, because it just meant we kind of went in a circle. But it's good, because this means as I kind of make my way back to the farmstead, I can go in different directions and I can explore different areas of the zone and look for different possible areas where I could find maybe, like I said, another bedroll, but also just additional gear. We've already got some pretty good clothing at this point. So as far as needing better gear, we're not really... That need doesn't really exist. But there's other gear aside from clothing that might be useful. Like, for instance, sewing kits. Yep, knew that was going to happen. Let's see if we can get up on this rock. Yeah, we can. Wait, do I have two wolves on me? Yeah, I do. Nice. All right, that was lucky. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here on that save point, and then we'll maybe confront that wolf in the beginning of the next episode. But I didn't want to try and fight him while I've just repaired all my clothing and I was so encumbered, because that would have hurt the fight. But yeah, next one we're going to keep looking around some of the other areas. If we go in different directions than we did the last time we were walking down this way, so we'll have a different view of Pleasant Valley, and we'll go to some of the areas I haven't been to in as much of the Against All Odds series. So feel free to ask questions about, just directions and such and where I'm going, and just prod at me if there's anything that I can clarify. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day, or right now every other day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.